Okay. Yeah, okay. I think we're good. What's up, motherfuckers? It's my first stream, my first live stream back since ComEd fucked me over. So it is good to be back. Uh, this couldn't wait. I was gonna do a cringe stream like later on down the line after I was done with my new latest video that I'm working on, but I was like, fuck it. I saw this thing, this fucking shit I saw online about there's these people, like these horrible people who are licking ice cream and then like in pub like they go to stores and in the store they lick the ice cream all up on that shit. Hang on, I think I have a video for y'all to see. It sucks that I don't have my glasses. Oh my god. Hang on. But well, this is like the big kahuna right here. She's the one who got caught by the popo doing this shit. Well, she almost got caught. She hasn't been apprehended yet. But it's, oh my god, let me rewind it. Yeah, but they're basically licking fucking ice cream, like public fucking food. Oh god, fuck. Yeah, I'm sorry. Having two windows can be a hassle sometimes. What the fuck? Okay, there it goes. Like they go into like grocery stores, Walmarts, whatever. They lick the fucking ice cream. They put the top back on and put it back where it was before. For someone else to fucking to, for someone else someone else could easily pick that up with that, could be none the wiser, and think think it's a clean, unlicked, unhepatitis infected gallon or pint of whatever the fuck you want to call it, a pint of fucking ice cream, and these motherfuckers are I can't even form words because it's so bad. It's and people wonder why this generation gets judged the most out of all of them. Like the generations with racism and separate water fountains don't get as much hatred as this one. And people wonder why. It's like, yeah, like the Tide Pod thing and then this and so much other shit. It just keeps escalating. It keeps getting worse and worse and worse. But yeah, basically this chick, this is the chick they caught. Like there's a couple other people who did it. I'm gonna talk about one of the other assailants in a second because I found some shit on him that's pretty interesting. But yeah, the popo's looking for her. They're looking for it, and she might. I just want to clarify. She might be facing 20 years in jail. I mean, it's been a little clickbaity so far. I guess the media is trying to they're trying to get some outrage over this. Probably hoping for someone to make it about race, which I'm sure someone has already. But there's fucking 20 years. Was it worth it just to be noticed on the internet for a few minutes? Like for 15 minutes of fucking, was it really fucking worth it? There are people who have to work their ass off. And not even not even to get recognition, just to do a job. People have to work their fucking asses off to have some kind of significance in the world. And all these motherfuckers got to do is like lick ice cream, public ice cream, and then oh well, I'm famous now. I mean, I'm gonna go to jail, but I'm famous too, so I guess it was worth it. Like, you fucking moron. Oh, I can't wait. I mean, a part of me feels sorry. A part of me thinks, well, even the threat of 20 years is kind of harsh, but at the same time, it's like if you didn't commit the crime, you wouldn't have to do the time. So it may sound cliche, but it's true. if you hadn't fucked around, you wouldn't be facing that much time. I mean, technically she's stealing too. It is technically stealing on top of contaminating, what's it called? Tampering with consumer products. That's what it's called. But yeah, technically it is stealing. Like, if you break something in a retail store, you're paying for it. So if you lick something, it's basically damaging it because you're contaminating it. You're basically buying it. So technically, it's also stealing. So I can understand how she's facing 20 years. But I don't feel sorry for her at all. Not at all. Just don't do stupid and bad shit and illegal. Just don't do illegal shit. Why is that hard? That's not hard. It's not. It's the easiest fucking shit. You cannot be over the age of fucking 18 and be like, oh, well, I didn't know. And Cassandra, $1 super chat. Thank you very much. But, like, you cannot be over the fucking age of 18. And this is not cute when you're an adult age. It's not really even cute when you're a teenager. I'm sorry. I can't sympathize with your buffoonery. I cannot. No, it's like what Tommy Lee Jones said to Jim Carrey on the set of Batman Forever. Like, I cannot sanction your buffoonery. Like, I'm not for this. I'm not here for this. But oh yeah, there's one ice cream liquor that I wanted to talk about. Oh god. Oh shit. Just get the. Oh, which one was okay? Sorry, I had to give you guys a little flash of my fucking folders and shit. There's one guy who did it in particular that I wanted to spotlight for tonight. I mean, we got other shit to talk about, but this guy, like, I saw one video from his channel, and I started retching. He's awful. But let's just watch this right quick. What the fuck is up with the shoes? the tambourine shoes he's wearing. Yeah, because the first thing, because the thing you want to wear when committing a felony, you want to wear something that'll grab the attention of the nearest security guard. you want to wear something spangly and like he sounds like he's wearing every cowboy boot imaginable in one. Girl, like, he goes even further with it. Because he's such a fucking attention whore, he has to go even further with this shit. Like, he puts his hands all up in the fucking ice cream.
Bitch, put that shit back. Let's go.
And he just shoves it back in there like the fucking, like the raccoon he is. It's filthy. Just filthy. This filthy, oh god, hood rat, oh, marsupial shit.
Come on, felony incoming, bitch.
Like, oh, they're coming, yeah, because they hear your fucking boots from a mile away, you idiot. But yeah, apparently, yeah, I saw this guy on Twitter, because of course he has a Twitter account. I don't understand why it's an insult, but it says in his fucking bio that, like, it says Team 10, like he's a self-proclaimed member of Team 10, which is fucking ridiculous. Like, why? Q Brother Soulstar, $2 super chat. Good to see you back, says thank you. It's good to be back. Fucking ComEd. I can't complain about them enough, but yeah, for some reason, he's a self-proclaimed member of Team 10. Which, like, from that, you can already tell where his mindset is. That, oh, he's not that bright at all. But he's also got a YouTube channel. And I only watched one video, and I was done. I was through. I'm fine with edgy jokes, but they have to have some kind of foundation. And he just basically just says words. He just says words, and he just expects them to be funny. His fake ass, I'll be sure looking ass. But yeah, we're just gonna take a little peek at one of his videos. Probably more than one of his videos. Because this is the kind of humor that's not really humor. It's just being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. If you want to know what that kind of humor looks like this is it right here. Shit. I didn't say play. Damn it. But if you want to know what humor, like the kind of humor that's offensive just for the sake of being offensive, this is it. So let's take a little look at this. Like, just get an idea of the person, the kind of person who would dig their nasty ass fucking fingers into public ice cream in the middle of a grocery store with spangled boots on.
Hey fat ass. So for this video, I'm gonna be reacting to Snapchat ads. Snapchat ads are literally the worst. I always see these ads pop up on my—
Already, just like, I'm annoyed as hell. He's already just awful. It's got the most annoying fucking voice. I'm trying to hold back on saying something really mean about him, but holy let's just keep going.
My phone and instantly just want to kill myself because everybody in them is so fucking ugly and they're so cringy and annoying. So I decided to make a video.
What a coincidence. You have no right to point fingers at who's cringy and annoying, because it gets worse from here.
About it. Some of the Snapchat ads that I see even promote gay hookup apps.
Hang on a second. Oh, someone just sent me a super chat and I missed it, or did? Oh, there it is. Spawn Freak 199 super chat. Why do they record themselves being criminals? Well, they're idiots. I don't know why they thought that would go over well with people. I don't know.
Like, who wants to see that shit? Am I right, bro? Side note, you guys, I'm not gonna be doing any more story times for a little while. I was literally threatened to be sued from one of my recent story times, but luckily my lawyer is black, so if we lose in court, then we can turn it around and make it seem like the jury system is gorilla-phobic.
Yeah, see? You just, for no fucking reason, it's just terrible. Oh, his jokes have no structure. He just says shit in a really flamboyant, gay way, and you're just supposed to laugh based on just that, I guess.
Also, excuse me if my voice sounds a little bit weird in this video. I'm literally sicker than a cancer patient who hasn't had water infection.
It sounds like you sound weird all the time. Like that. I don't think that's just because you're sick. I think you sound like a jackass 90% of the time.
Literally at any point throughout this video, if I see Kylie Jenner's fat ass baby on her story, I'm going to make myself throw up if it doesn't happen naturally. That baby is so fucking fat and needs to learn about anorexia and its benefits. It's not—
Yeah, see? Just... Okay, so he calls the baby fat, and then the baby should practice anorexia because... whatever the fuck. You see what I'm saying? Just... Why? Why? And the title of the video is Kylie Jenner's baby has AIDS? So yeah, you know the type of, like, and the downvotes, of course, are pretty high. But yeah, that's all you need to know right there.
Not even like I'm hating on Kylie Jenner's baby just because she's Kylie Jenner. Because all babies are just so fat and ugly in general. They literally look like webkins. If you were ever a baby at some point in your life, you need to get bit by a fat dog with rabies. Okay, so I'm just gonna start out by watching a few people's stories.
Just awful. Awful.
Oh, I thought this was an ad, but it's Grace and Dolan just being in the closet like usual. Okay, a Calvin Klein jeans ad. Okay, the thing that I don't get about Calvin Klein is why are there always such ugly models? Literally all of their models look like they had brain tumors taken out of their head and still haven't recovered from it. Give me an ad. I'm sorry, I just can't. Like, Dr. Miami acts like he gets paid to show off all these fat bitches who he's giving tummy tucks to. Like, just do your surgery and go. Okay, I literally don't understand what that was supposed to be an ad for. Like, a fat guy drinking root beer? Cool.
Yeah, so this guy eats public ice cream. This fucking moron. Let's try another video, because that one is just, he's just so, well, that's the fucked up thing. He probably thinks he's the most interesting fucking YouTuber to grace this hellscape. Well, I'm really gay, and I say random jokes, edgy jokes, that don't make any sense and have no structure. So, automatically, I'm funny. But what else do we have? Shit. I might just end it there and move on to something else. Gugh. Oh, here's a video. Why I swapped my dad's heart medication with Mike and Ike's. Oh, this should be fabulous.
Hey everyone, and my dad is dead. So today.
Oh, yeah, you might hear a lot of fireworks in the background. People have no restraint in my area.
This video, I'm pretty sure that
What the fuck was with all of the grease stains? This is just too many.
So today's.
Look at this shit. Clean up before you point a camera at yourself. Look, this fucking Astroglide smeared on everything, everywhere. Oh, you come up with a better feng shui. That's all I'm asking. What the fuck? Everything is so tacky, including him.
This video, I'm pretty sure that I'm starting a trend, you know? Everybody always tries on their parents' clothes, you know, just blatantly walking into their fucking parents' closet and, like, putting on their clothes or whatever, like, wow, so original. But for my video, I'm actually original, and I'm gonna try on my dad's clothes, even though he's literally dead, not breathing, deceased. XXX tentacles is quaking. Fucking exposure, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking slice your clit off. So I basically have this whole entire
yeah, so, oh, my father's dead, I'm gonna... What the fuck is funny about that? Nothing. There's no structure. He just says shit. And expects it, like, it's like throwing shit at a wall and hoping it sticks. It's like, bleh. He's so fucking intolerable. You know what? We're gonna move on, because that's all... roasting ugly celebrities. I think no. I'm tempted to click on that. But no, we're just gonna move on. And he has the nerve to label this shit comedy. Oh, his name is Lars, by the way, if you want to watch his shit out of morbid curiosity. But I'm not. I'm just gonna move the fuck on from this shit. Because I do have other things I want to talk about besides this nigga. But surprisingly, I have other shit lined up that I wasn't I thought I would still have to gather more shit, more material for this stream. But it seems like I might have enough. Fuck. Show my fucking thing. Oh my god, I'm trying to show my bookmarks tab. Oh, okay, forget it. There we go. Oh, wrong one. Oh, wait. No. Oh, forgive me, guys. My fucking head is everywhere. Oh, right. I was gonna read this article. There's this article about, like, if you know, about drag kids, you know about that Desmond is Amazing kid. You know, the drag kid who was practically stripping in a gay bar in the middle of the night and collecting dollar bills and all that shit. Like, that caused a stink. That caused I wouldn't even say a controversy, because something would have to have happened in retaliation because of that controversy, and nothing happened really. So, but yeah, some shit went down there, and like, someone wrote an article. And I don't know, but this person may or may not be a pedophile. But we're gonna read it. I don't want to judge this guy too harshly. Alright. But yeah, the article is called Desmond is truly amazing and hot. And what was it? Who's it written by? Oh god. Tom O'Carroll, I think. And he's got his own WordPress fancy stuff. But yeah, he wrote this really creepy, sexualized article about Desmond is amazing. And it's just like, it's one of the, it's the slippery slope we were all worried about. Like, it's already fucked up that this kid is being pimped out by his parents and sexualized in this fucking with this drag shit. So now now we have this as a result of that. I'm telling you, someone needs to help this kid before something bad happens. We don't want another John Bonet situation. But anyway, yeah, this is what this is what I'm gonna fucking read. Oh god, like just pray for me, fucking pray for me. Oh god, child drag artist. I actually, you know, I should read this in oh god, I should read this in a different voice. It like the Mr. Plinkett voice from Red Letter Media. Child drag artist Desmond is amazing. Is indeed amazing and hot. Just check out his introductory video on YouTube. No wonder 11-year-old Desmond Napoles and other kids daringly diving into drag culture right now have provoked right-wing reactionaries into paroxysms of moral outrage. Okay, wait a minute. See, that's not. Why the fuck would you say that? Not just because it's just like, oh, right wingers, because it's like you're dragging liberals, and you don't even realize it. Like, you're basically saying that right wingers are the only ones who care about protecting children against debauchery and sexualization. Like, come on. Like, fucking think about what you're saying before you say it. Like, I thought the pedophilia is bad too, but like, this is... Okay, someone sent me a super chat, but I'm waiting for this to catch up. Oh my god, the fuck? Or did I miss it? I'm trying to read it from there, but I can't. Oh wait, there we go. $2 super chat from Q Brother Soulstar, Jean Benet with a side of Mendez Brothers. Yeah, exactly. God, the 90s was fucked up, and I think we're gonna repeat that same fucked upness pretty soon. Okay. But yeah, like just the fucking. Oh. This is basically dragging liberals without even noticing. Okay. Let's face it, when a pretty young boy tells the world he's gay and dances sensually in front of grown men wearing vampus dresses and makeup, when she strips off items of clothing or goes on stage scantily clad, right from the off, when dollar bills are accepted as tips from an audience apparently wild with excitement, when all this is going on, we are getting far more than just a celebration of gender diversity or an innocent display of precocious performance art. Yeah, and this is where it gets full on prosecutable. Like, it gets so fucking disgusting. This is where the FBI should step in and put their foot up his ass. And that's great. It's wonderful that a rare niche has been found in the modern developed world within which at least a few kids can truly be themselves in a way that deny neither their gender feelings nor their sexuality. Being a drag queen, or a drag princess if you will, puts it right out there in the open for all to see. It says loud and proud, I am a sexy kid with sexy feelings, It's totally cool for grown-ups to get turned on by me. I love it. That's why I do this stuff. It's great. It's fun. It's me. Yeah, so, and then he provides a picture of Desmond is amazing, which makes it even, like, even worse. Like, and then the caption underneath says "Red Hot, amazing Desmond Nepal is." It's just it's fucking disgusting. Like the fucking thought that like the kid is doing it because adults are looking at me and jacking off. It's so like no. Now the kid may very well be doing it because he likes to do it because he's a kid, whatever. But like in the because of the field he's in and how his parents are conducting how he expresses himself, that's the problem, and that's why people are up in arms and worried about this fucking kid, because he's hanging out in bars in the middle of the fucking night. He's hanging out with motherfuckers who do drugs, and like there was one time where he even hang out with Michael Alec, who is, if you don't know who that is, used to be a club kid back in the 90s, and he ended up murdering his drug dealer. He chopped him into pieces, and then I think he I think he disposed him in the river. That might have been it. And like there's a video of him hanging out with this kid. And like if you don't think there's a fucking problem here, there's something seriously wrong with you. God damn it. But yeah, he's hanging out. Like, there's this one video where this drag queen he's hanging out with, an adult drag queen he's hanging out with, is referencing taking a drug. I forgot what it was called. And then the kid simulates himself snorting a drug. Like, it may not be the way, like, there was some smart ass online who was like, well, that's not the way you take that drug. Well, it doesn't fucking matter. The fact that an 11-year-old knows how to take any drug is a fucking issue. They simulate what they see. Like, they parrot what they see because they're fucking kids. So the fact that he knows what that is, he's seen it somewhere. But anyway, let's get back to this fucking article. Panicky conservatives, needless to say, spin it differently. Desperate as they are to pretend that kids have no erotic dimension. Oh my fucking god. Here we go with it. Kids don't want to fuck you, dude. They don't want to fuck you. It's just the same. It's like those dog fuckers on Twitter. Because for some reason, zoophilia has become more popular on Twitter. I don't know how. The universe is fucked up that way. But like, yeah, these kids, corpses, dogs, they don't want to fuck you. Sit your creepy ass down somewhere. That's weird. My chat stopped moving. Okay, there it goes. I forgot. I thought it stopped moving for a minute. Like, kids do not want to go around fucking adults. And even if there was a kid who wanted to fuck an adult, that means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. That kid has probably been abused before, or has probably been exposed to sexual shit prior, and is probably fucked in the head. Like, probably fucked in the head from some kind of trauma. That means nothing. You're still supposed to be an adult, and you're not supposed to be attracted to kids. Like, that's not legal. It's fucking disgusting. Or at least none that is self-generated. Okay. In their telling performances such as Desmond's, and those of fellow artists such as Queen Lactatia, Nemes Quinn, Melikon Goldan, whatever, are a travesty of the worst sense. These are kids. They claim who are being sexualized. These are kids, they claim, who are being sexualized by exploitive adults hell-bent on corrupting their supposed natural innocence. What the? like, for one thing, we're not judging the people who are against Desmond is amazing in his career and him being exploited by this kid. Like, they're not denouncing the children. They're denouncing the parents. See, the problem is the parents are such fucking cowards. You never see them. You never see them in front of a camera. You never see them in interviews with the boy. You never see them because they know what they're doing is wrong. Because they know what they're doing is fucked up. You never fucking see them. They're always behind the scenes, lurking. Like, oh. Like, they're just like leeches, like waiting to fill up their bank accounts. They don't give a fuck. In Desmond's case, the criticism began long ago, following his drag performance at age 8 during the 2015 New York City Pride Parade. At that time, Desmond and his parents were defended by Rutgers University professor Michael LaSala, author of Coming Out, Coming Home, Helping Families Adjust to Gay and Lesbian Child. Okay, whatever. That's a long... That title is too goddamn long. He rejected the notion that such performances were due to parental influence. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. The fact that the parents aren't influencing him not to twerk in short shorts in front of adults in a highly sexualized parade... That's the thing. There should have been some parental fucking influence. There should have been some parents stepping in and snatching this boy. And snatching every fucking adult who was surrounding him. Yes, there's that video. I'm not gonna show it because I don't want to be fucking flagged for that shit. Like, in case YouTube actually decides to in case YouTube actually decides to, like, oh, well, that's inappropriate and flag it or whatever. But, like, there's a video of him at a pride parade when he was fucking 8. I don't know if this is the same kid. I'm not entirely sure, but there is a video out there of this small child in short shorts, shirtless, in the middle of the street, twerking in front of a lot of adults at a pride parade. Like, I don't know if it was exactly him, but it's like an example of how, like, the LGBT community needs to do a better job of reeling these fucking kids in. And do, like, in any other fucking field, there'd be some fucking adults like, hey, could you not act like that? Could you act like a normal child? But they kind of just let it, there's some motherfuckers in that circle that kind of just let it slide. And like they like I said, they need to learn how to reel these kids in. Okay, let's keep going with this. Within the last year, though, the attacks have become much more fierce, persistent, and vicious. Stirred up by the right-wing media, angry complaints have made over 100 allegations of child abuse against Desmond's parents, with the Child Protection Services and police. American LGBT Fashion, Entertainment, and Lifestyle magazine Out explored this phenomenon in an article earlier this year. Out reported these attacks against the Napolis family escalated after a drag performance at a bar in New York last December. Okay, that is what everyone knows about that one, where he was in a darkened gay bar in the middle of the night, surrounded by adults once again, collecting dollar bills and all that shit. And I think their big fucking excuse was, well, we were there with him, so... That was their big fucking excuse. That, oh, we were there with him, so it was fine. Which is... No. I don't know if it was a school night or not, but regardless, kids should have bedtimes. And he shouldn't have been in a fucking bar, period. This show was at $3 Bill, a queer multifunctional performance space in Brooklyn. Desmond's mother, Wendy, is quoted as saying Desmond was not allowed anywhere but on stage and in the dressing room. I accompanied him in these areas. His father was in the audience. Like I said, that was their big excuse. We were there with him, and he was only allowed on stage. Like, that's not the fucking point. The fact that he was on stage collecting dollar bills like he was basically a stripper in front of adults in the middle of the fucking night, these are the issues. And the fact that you let him do it. You're supposed to give this kid a kind of normalcy. He's supposed to be, like, I bet you he was there at a time where he was supposed to have his little ass in bed. And with the way this kid talks, I'm pretty sure he doesn't go to school. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't go to school. Out adds that like any other queen, Desmond was tipped by audience members. Tipping drag performers is customary, we are told, but adults outside the community are attempting to label something so innocent as imitating one's favorite celebrities as stripping, because he was collecting fucking money on stage. Like, that's what people associate that with. When you see someone collecting dollar bills on a stage while dancing, you associate that with stripping. Let's be real. Like, a lot of, like, I think, like, the LGBT circles, like, sometimes within their circles, they just don't know how to handle fucking children at all. Because they're not, like, in their circles, they're not used to, like, it's not like they can procreate like straight people. So they're not having kids all around them all the time. So I think they just don't know what to do with kids. Like, him being up all hours of the night, dancing on a darkened stage, picking up dollar bills, fucking fine. Him referencing doing drugs and hanging out with murderers, it's fine. I just don't know how to conduct myself with children. Because I can't have them. Oh, but like I don't plan on having kids, and I don't have kids now. So I would still know that maybe I shouldn't have kids up all hours of the night in the middle of in a bar, fucking around with adults. And I'm gonna talk in my news video. I'm gonna talk about like a little video I found on Twitter about drag kids, and it's just like they don't. Like, it's just innocent shit. It's just kids performing drag. They're just living their truth and all that bullshit. Okay, so why are the only people they're performing for are fucking adults? Like, every time they perform for people, it's always with adults. They're never performing for other kids. God damn it, the fucking world. Now the Civil War is happening outside my room right now. General Custer, fucking with Robert E. Lee, they're getting their fucking swerve on out there. What the fuck? But anyway, they're not hanging out with kids. They're performing for other adults, which is fucking creepy. Because usually when you see kids part of some club or doing some kind, like, they're usually performing for other kids, and it's not an issue. And that's not because they're doing kid-friendly shit for kids because it's a kid-friendly thing, right? But no, in the video I'm going to be talking about the thing I'm going to be talking about in my next video, the video I'm going to be commentating on, is these kids. It's these fucking drag kids. And they're performing for these creepy middle-aged people. I'm like, okay, if this is kid-friendly, and if it's for kids, where the fuck the kids? Where the fuck are the kids? Anyway, let's get back to this one. While nobody seems to be suggesting that Desmond stripped naked, of course no one's fucking suggesting that, it has been claimed that shows are being permitted in which kids have stripped off at least some of their clothes, and in at least one of Desmond's shows, he isn't wearing a lot to start with. Quite a bit of his slight, slender body is on provocative display. This dude is so fucking skeevy. But this motherfucker is so skeevy. Oh my god. It's just gross. Please tell me the FBI is looking into this motherfucker. No, I just want to call 911 from reading this article. In a less sexy form of provocation, the American Conservative brought out an article accusing titled Desmond the Baka of Brooklyn. Its author, Rod Dreyer, begins with a heavily loaded prejudicial comparison with Asian boy dancers. He says Baka Bazi is a traditional practice in Afghanistan and some other Central Asian cultures. Yeah, is it the cultures where it's okay for them to fuck children? I'll bet you it is. In which boys and adolescent males are compelled to dance for older men, usually as a prelude to pederastic sex. Okay, how is this a fucking See, this motherfucker is so warped. He's such a fucking pedo that. Okay, well, it's okay. Well, I'm a pedophile, that's okay, and he can dance half naked too because I'm a pedophile, that's okay. It's like, you fucking idiot. Well, kids dance for grown men in Afghanistan. Anyway, as we all know, Afghanistan is one of the most culturally sound, the most morally sound places on earth. Oh my god. Note that compelled bit. Note that. No. Fuck, I'm trying to read this correctly with the accent. Note that compelled bit. Whatever may be the practice in Afghanistan and elsewhere, I see absolutely zero evidence that either Desmond or any drag kids in the Western world are being forced to perform. Well, I don't see them taking days off. Well, see, and that's the thing, with the comparison to, beauty pageants. They all look like they're having fun, right? But then when you see shows like Toddlers and Tiaras and you see the parents behind it, and you see how they treat these kids, you're like, oh yeah, these parents are clearly forcing these kids to do this shit. Now, how is that any fucking different? The pageantry shit. How is that any fucking different from the drag shit? It's not. You're still still got kids wearing provocative clothing, putting on makeup, dancing around in ways they shouldn't be fucking dancing, and acting in ways they shouldn't be acting. But of course, one is okay over the other because, well, they're just living their truth and all this other fucking bullshit. No, it's the same thing. If you think these fucking parents won't see an opportunity to exploit their kids for some clout, especially nowadays, the way the internet is just a hotbed of try-hard jackasses looking for their 15 minutes and the money they can get from that. If you think the parents won't take advantage of that shit, you fucking stupid. And you think these parents won't my kid's gay. How can I make money off this shit? If you think they won't do it, like, come on. You're fucking naive. Okay, this is just a smear, a tactic regrettably par for the course on the fake news right. As I know to my cost, Dreyer, among the traditionalists, mainly religious scribes who loudly and libelously denounce my article, Childhood Innocence is Not Ideal, last year. I wonder fucking why. Maybe it's because you're a fucking pedophile. And you call, 11-year-old boys with their shirts off hot. You fucking sick bastard. See, Lordy, well, fuck it. I'm gonna skip that. But there is fake news on the so-called liberal left, too. A prime example of which we are treated to in our Out article. The author, identified only as Devin Norell, no forename, cited Dreyer's article and wrote, These arguments are dangerous. Conservative media has associated Desmond's performance of drag with sexuality simply because he transgresses the binary and opts to express his femininity. What the fuck? No! It's because you got a fucking kid wearing makeup, skimpy clothing, and dancing in provocative ways and doing like provocative shit. Drag is inherently sexual and provocative. So a kid doing it is naturally going to. So if someone sees a kid doing it, they're naturally going to think it's sexual and provocative. If you have a problem looking at a 12-year-old fucking girl, or like an underage girl wearing makeup and doing fucking sexual shit, then you've got no right to dismiss this shit. You got to be consistent. You're gonna be outraged about that. You got to be outraged about this. The fact is that he's expressing femininity. No, it's because he's a fucking child, you jackass. Newsflash, gender identity and sexuality are not one and the same. Desmond's exploration and toying of gender is not a discovery of its sexual attractions, nor is it a tactic to invite the sexual desires of others. Drag, whether performed by an adult or a child, is simply a means of gender play and expression. It is not a sexual event. Their arguments also recklessly imply that the mere presence of gay men watching a child sing creates an atmosphere with sexual undertones. Yet men frequently watch male adults and children play sports. What the fuck? Oh, so you gonna say that this is pedophilia, us watching half-naked young boys, but you going out watching, like, fucking kiddie football and shit? Like, what the fuck? It's such a false equivalence. That is so stupid. I can smell the real... Like, the difference is they're doing normal kid shit. It's a competition. Like, the kids are going out, having fun, doing normal kid shit. You got fucking kids around skeevy adults, half naked, dancing, full on pancake makeup on, and like you wonder why people have a problem with that. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're just saying it's bad because it's gay. Get the fuck out of here. Shut the fuck up. Is it only sexual when gay men take part? No, it's all blatant homophobia and transphobia. Assuming that any of these kids are trans, like drag shit is not inherently trans, so I don't know where the fuck you get that from. Spot the fake news? How about this? Drag, whether performed by an adult or a child, is simply a means of gender play and expression, not a... Oh wait, no, he's quoting the other guy. Okay, whatever. Big fat lie! Drag is not simply a means of gender play and expression. Though that is obviously a significant aspect of it, sure, drag can be performed with wholly non-erotic intent and often is. Dame Edna Everage, for instance, the classic creation of Australian comedian Barry Humphries, is played entirely for laughs. She is all about wit and satire. Likewise, my namesake Brendan O'Carroll's Miss Brown does something similar in considerably cruder terms. So this guy, like, he's basically outing himself. He gives his full name. And then he gives his fucking drag name. Like, people are going to track him down and whoop his ass for this article. There's plenty of smutty innuendo, but no one would accuse O'Carroll of being sexually hot. Actually, that goes for both of us. Oh, yeah, but you did call Desmond as amazing hot and that he was expressing his sexuality. Make up your fucking mind. Make up your fucking mind. You were just calling him sexually attractive because of his sexual performances and all this shit. Make up your fucking mind. But when a kid declares himself to be gay, as Desmond has, he is talking about sexual feelings. Gay, after all, refers to a sexual orientation, not a gender identity. If his interest in wearing girls' clothes was an expression of only his gender identity, he would see himself as trans, not gay. A girl in a boy's body and perhaps with ambitions to transition physically into a woman later on. So why all the denial? Why the coy insistence that kids' drag performance has nothing to do with their sexuality? Hypocrisy, basically.
For decades now, gay politics has revolved around respectability. And that has meant aping heteronormativity or normativity. Gay couples with committed relationships, marriage, and parenthood have become the promoted model. The old carefree promiscuity of the gay life is now frowned upon. If still a reality for many, and any cross-generational sexual contact with youth is now far more taboo than it ever was in the bad old days when homosexuality was a discreetly practiced underground phenomenon.
Okay, so yeah, remember when gay promiscuity was on the rise? Guess what else was on the rise at the same time? The AIDS epidemic. You fucking tool. Maybe that's why they have settled down on this shit. Maybe that's why. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. That could be a fucking factor. I don't know. You fucking idiot. Ugh. What are you telling me we can't fuck little boys anymore? Fuck you. And all the gay people around. I'm like, look, dude, that's not, no. That is not our scene. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, shit. I see I'm trying to look at some of the fireworks, but I'm at a bad angle. Fuck. Well, anyway, let's get back to this.
Hypocrisy is detestable for its dishonesty, but on the other hand, it works. Politically, it makes sense. Denial of the sexual elements in kids' drag performances has recently resulted in them being perceived as on the respectable side of the gender revolution despite all excitable right-wing huffing and puffing. While it cannot have been much fun for the Napolis family to be subjected to official investigation for child abuse, it is now becoming clear that they have granted a measure of support from the authorities.
Oh, God. How much more do we have of this? Oh, my God. This is too much. I want to see the comments. I want to see. Well, where the fuck did I leave off at? Shit.
Okay. A report in Gay Star News cites information posted on Instagram by Desmond's mother. She is quoted as saying the Administration for Child Services has investigated us thoroughly. Our family was probed even more intensely than any other case before. All allegations were unfounded. Even better, on the plus side, ACS has been offering us many support services. Other official agencies, including the police, have also given the family a clean bill of health.
I mean, of course, anyone can, I mean, at least, you think the cops would be like, hey, look, can you keep your fucking kid away from bars for a while? I bet you, I'm willing to bet they gave him a warning. Like, keep your kid away from bars. And, keep him away from places that children are not supposed to be in. But there's a chance they probably didn't well, I don't think we need to look in this too much because, of course, cops probably, if this was a little hetero girl being forced to be in pageants and shit, I think this would have been a little more investigated.
Thanks to the strength of the gay community support and sympathy from feminists always keen to promote challenges to gender stereotypes, it may be that even quite risque expressions of kids' drag are now able to pass under the radar. Notably, an outfit called Trump Army demanded to know why no arrests after 10-year-old drag queen photographed naked adult male as their headline put it. This was a reference to Queen Lactatia, who has already been mentioned above. Huck magazine ran it.
Oh, that's right. That was that other drag kid, the one that was, was it naked in a photo with this other drag guy? I think with an adult drag guy. Yeah, you'd think someone would be arrested by now, because that is definitely not okay. Who has already been mentioned above, Huck Magazine ran a photo shoot featuring young Nemes. In a shot that didn't make the magazine, Nemes is seen posing in drag with adult drag queen Violet Shakik, whatever. In the shocking photo. Yes, it is a shocking photo because it's a fucking grown man naked with a child, you jackass. As Trump Army calls it, Violet is naked, but for the flimsiest of genital coverings, while nakedness is no big deal to anyone with body-positive attitude. Oh, God, fuck yourself. It is interesting that the boy's mother, Jessica Melaha, is said to have conceded that drag has a sexual component and is unapologetic about her young son wearing sexually suggestive clothing if it makes him feel good, beautiful. Good for her. So the mother is like straight out coming out and saying, yeah, it's sexual and my son likes it. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, your kid's gonna be sex trafficked in a few years. Like, who the fuck says, like, oh, look, my kid likes wearing booty cutters. I think that's all right with me. Oh my God, seriously? Jesus Christ. Gay activist Peter Tatchell wrote an obituary in The Guardian last month, which began as follows. Across 5 decades, the American psychiatrist and lawyer Richard Green, who has died aged 82, contributed to landmark achievements for gay and trans rights, risking his reputation and career to advance the understanding and acceptance of sexual and gender minorities. I can personally vouch for the man's courage in this regard. You won't find anything about it in Tatchell's otherwise excellent account. But Richard was also strikingly bold and brave in attempting to bring pedophilia in from the cold. No, we need to leave that shit in the cold. All the way in Siberia, preferably the North Pole. No, the South Pole, because we don't want that shit anywhere near Santa. Let's leave that shit... No, leave it in the cold. All the way in the back.
While this aspect of his work was far less successful than the rest of his glittering career, the fact that an internationally renowned expert with much to lose would even think of such a project tells us what a fearless fighter he was. Oh God, I think
okay, I think I'm gonna skip most of this shit. It's just too much fuckery. And he doesn't like, I don't know, when people put commas right next to quotations, it kind of triggers me. It just doesn't look right. But yeah, like some shit about, pedophilia is basically like homosexuality. It's a sexuality. It's not a mental disorder, whatever. Oh my God, he wrote a book. Someone wrote a book. He successfully promotes me for membership of psychologist Michael Bailey's cross-disciplinary SexNet forum, wrote to the court on my behalf when I was in trouble with the law, and gave me a glowing pre-publication endorsement of my book, Michael Jackson's Dangerous Liaisons. Wow. This motherfucker actually wrote Michael Jackson pedophile fan fiction. Oh, this guy is sick. Most of all, pleasure I had made that shriek with a dangerous Alright, and he has a fucking shrink who vouches for him every now and then. Yeah, this guy is dangerous. Hope someone finds his ass. Yeah, it talks some other shit about, pedophiles being treated as pariahs. Like, shut the fuck up. Oh. Says it has 150... here's the comments. This motherfucker, this is his profile. This motherfucker just looks creepy. Hang on. Yeah, look at this motherfucker. Oh god, that's the pedo teacher. This guy says you just cannot be serious with this article. And dude says, no fooling you, Petit. This is the British branch of the Onion. Is it like? Is this a troll? Please tell me this is a troll. Man, this motherfucker, like the previous guy says, what this guy doesn't know about, like, obviously this guy has to know about, like, grooming children, right? And this guy says, well, if I know a little about grooming, then I must not be a pedophile. Like, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious? Ugh. Yeah, I'm sure this guy will probably be investigated by the cops one of these days. I'm not going to read through all this because it's such a gross topic. Ugh, I can't stand this shit. Okay, alright, let's just move on from this. Go to something happier. I mean, equally as cringe, but happier. Let's see. There's a video about this. There's a video. No. I find this other article. No. Wait, this is article from the roof. From the roof. The Roots. Jesus Christ. I'm all over the place. It's these firecrackers. Netflix's Bird Box is about white people not wanting to see racism. I don't think I've talked about this article before, so I'll be diving into it now. But this is fucking hilarious. File 2, things only black people can see. Oh, God. Yeah, fuck off. I will not be contributing to your madness. But yeah, Netflix's Bird Box is really about white people. How white people don't want to see racism. That's incredible. Wait, let me check something right quick. Oh, this shit is delightfully slow. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Chat's acting weird. Okay, whatever. All right, let's get started on this. Like this article was made like months ago, but I haven't talked about it, so we're gonna talk about it now. Spoiler alert: some major plot points will be revealed in this article, and by some, I mean all of them. You're just so edgy. We spoil movies here for you whiteys. If you haven't seen or read the viral social media discussions of the Netflix thriller Bird Box, you're missing one of the greatest race allegory movies that has ever been released in the last part of December 2018. Yes, he's this kind of motherfucker who's high on themselves, loves hearing themselves talk, and comes up with crackpot fucking theories while they're high, and just takes themselves entirely too seriously. Who comes up with this shit? Who comes up with this? People like this used to be made fun of back in the day, but now they're given platforms and shit, and they're taken seriously by the most idiotic people. But anyway. It's about how white people suddenly realize racism is spreading across the world, and they can only escape its wrath if they refuse to acknowledge it because... because, wait, you think it's a monster movie? Don't be silly. Ugh! Oh, this motherfucker. Who's the asshole who wrote this? What's his name? Michael Harriot. Oh, wait. It's the guy from that video I commentated on, that Root video. It was the one with Of course, it was the one with Danielle Young, but I'm trying to figure out which one it was. No, it was the White Wives Matter video that I commentated on. He was in that one. This fucking moron. The guy with the black as fuck t-shirt. Oh my god. Jesus. Ugh. One of my favorite pastimes is dissecting themes of movies and TV shows and then theorizing what the movie or show is really about. Yeah, get in line. You're not special. Like, a lot of people do that on the internet. The only difference is most of them can actually come up with a decent fucking theory. Excuse me. Without falling flat on their fucking face. For instance, John Boyega plays Nat Turner in that Star Wars reboot, The Force Awakens. He's a slave stormtrooper. Oh my god! Here we go! Who leads a rebellion that eventually destroys the plantation, the Death Star. Oh, this makes me not want to be black anymore. And defeats the slave master, Kylo Ren. Oh god. Oh, it's so cringe. Oh. I must admit that horror isn't my favorite genre, but I try to inject some suspense into viewing scary movies by pulling for the villain. I find it admirable how Freddy Krueger overcame obvious skin problems and dedicated himself to protecting Elm Street from gentrification. Jesus fucking Christ. So he says he supports a child killer because he was protecting the neighborhood against gentrification. Just think about that for a second. I believe Chucky is just a misunderstood doll who can be a little boisterous at times. Like, this guy really thinks he's funny. So, oh god. Fucking Mike. So when I started watching Bird Box, I was pulling for the invisible monster because I immediately recognized the movie was a parable about white America's willingness to ignore white supremacy. I even tweeted an entire thread about it here. Like people are actually gonna fucking click on that shit. So if you have seen the movie, or even if you haven't, please allow me to break down the subtext of the movie Bird Box, bitch. He's about to break it down. The movie stars Sandra Bullock, who plays a character called White Privilege. Miss Privilege is very sad because she has lived a very hard life. She grew up on a beautiful horse farm with her sister in California, which is just like living in the projects, except she hated her father. She really doesn't say why she hates her father, but white people always hate one of their parents for some bullshit reason, like missing their third grade Christmas play or making them clean the room. Oh, Jesus. Did I mention that I really fucking hate white people? For no other reason than for monetary gain. Did I mention that? For some reason, the only thing Caucasians hate more than cleaning their room is gluten. What these fucking weak ass jokes? Like, you can't put two brain cells together. I still don't know what gluten is, but I think someone should make a horror movie starring Kate Winslet about a girl who awakens to find gluten sprinkled all over her room, leading to a moral crisis. That shit would win a fucking Oscar, because Winslet is great at looking wistful while contemplating a moral dilemma. Anyway, Miss Privilege is pregnant. Somehow, she makes it through most of her pregnancy while doing the back-breaking work of creating oil paintings while her sister rides prized horses all day. One day, White Privilege's sister tells her about this never-before-seen problem called racism while they watch a bit of news about this racism thing, but they don't worry about it because no one where they live is racist. Like, where are you getting this shit from? Where the fuck are you getting it from? Then during a trip into town to visit the doctor, they discover racism is everywhere and is spreading quickly. Things have gotten so bad that when people discover racism, they immediately become depressed. Because racism is bad? Right? You seem to have a derisive tone against people who hate racism. You hate racism? You're clearly privileged. Like, what the fuck is that? What, do you deep throat racism on a daily basis? Do you let it slap you and you call it daddy while you making breakfast every fucking morning? What the fuck? What is wrong with you? Privilege's sister immediately kills herself, leaving our heroine surrounded by this invisible monster. Luckily, because of her privilege, she finds a house where people are hiding from racism. It is filled with white people and a couple of black men who are some of the good ones. Yeah, he conveniently leaves out that there is an Asian man. They always leave the like, I don't know what it is about black supremacists. They really just don't like Asians. Soon, the white people realize they can become immune to racism by ignoring it. They figure out that if you just don't look at racism, it won't make you feel bad. So they quickly decide they would never acknowledge the existence of racism, which would prevent them from being attacked. In the movie, Lil Rel plays a character who has studied racism for years. He tries to explain to everyone that racism has existed since the beginning of time, but no one will listen to him because he's not educated. He's just some dude who works at a grocery store. The only thing the uneducated black guy is good for is helping them get some food from his grocery store. He helps them get through the bad neighborhood that is torn apart by racism, which is ironically the nice white neighborhood that was just wrecked by racism or by people afraid of racism. Which is funny. Like, people depressed by racism ruining the good white neighborhoods. I bet you he doesn't have an allegory for that. When they get to the store, they discover that there are some crazy people who have looked directly into the eyes of racism. Lil Rel eventually dies, saving them from a guy who was trying to tell them about racism. But that guy spent time in the criminal justice system, so he was obviously crazy. Now he was... Oh, God, this guy's such a fucking idiot. But instead of listening to the self-taught black man or the crazy people, Miss White Privilege discovers that a little birdie will tell her when racism is near. So she finds some birds that were going to be sold as chattel, whatever, and keeps them caged up for the purposes of keeping racism away. Of course, the birds want to be free, but they must remain in a box because, after all, how else would the white people survive? In the movie, Trevante Rhodes plays a Tom. Bruh, that's literally his name. Yeah, I bet you that's really set him over the edge, because in the movie, Trevante Rhodes starts fucking Sandra Bullock. That's probably what sent him over the edge. That's probably what got him to like this. That's probably what got him to talk shit about this movie. Because them supremacists don't like the swirl, neither side. The black supremacists, white supremacists, they don't like the swirl at all. Tom is very handsome and very resourceful. Even in the apocalypse, Tom finds a way to keep his edge up, fresh as he tries to save. Oh, that's his typo, not mine. All the white people from racism. Ultimately, even though one of their best friends is black, Tom can't prevent the white people from seeing racism. Soon, racism takes over everything, creating a white supremacist world. Oh, God, whatever. Donald Trump made a cameo appearance as Gary. Gary Trump's shenanigans killed most of the cast, even the old white people, because after they let him in, he gained their trust and then forced him, which is kind of funny, because you'd think John Malkovich's character would count as the Trump character. He even said, "Let's make the apocalypse great again." Like, he said that shit in the movie. But of course he has to force it. Because I gotta make the guy in the suit Trump, because it's not gonna work without it. Luckily, Tom saves the children, and only then Tom fucks Sandra Privilege, because she's the last woman on Earth. Because of their Uncle Tom, the white children learn that they can ignore racism too. They learn how to listen to everything else in the world except the whispers about white supremacy. But yeah, keep in mind that this racism kills people. No one wants to fucking die. Like, this fucking analogy naturally doesn't work because it's fucking retarded. But the fucking monster is killing people. And then they end up, like, by the end of the movie, they end up at that culturally diverse school for the blind or whatever. Like, isn't that the dream, to live in a culturally diverse place where people aren't racially insensitive to each other. Isn't that good? But like I said, the people who run this fucking site are black supremacists. So, and like I said, they ain't down with the squirrel. They really don't like diversity at all. So, whatever. Uncle Tom dies, keeping the children safe from people trying to tell them about white supremacy, and the entire white privileged family decides that the only thing that will protect them from white supremacy is a safe space. So they take a journey to find this oasis where white supremacy doesn't exist. Isn't that a good thing? Why are you whining about this? That's a good thing. Racism and white supremacy doesn't exist in this place we're going, and it's culturally diverse. Isn't that that's a good thing? What the fuck you crying about? The journey consists of a lot of falling down. There has to be a scene with a white woman falling down to get horror movie certification. White people in horror movies have weak ankles and terrible balance, but even when they fall, the racism monster that traveled across the world somehow can't catch up to them. I mean, that's true though. Like, it seems like in every horror movie there's always someone fucking tripping. Every single fucking time. Then there comes a point when Miss Privilege has to decide which kid is going to look at racism. It's repeated throughout the movie, but when the time comes, Sandra tells the kids, fuck that, it's too dangerous. Matter of fact, ain't nobody looking at it. And somehow they find this beautiful oasis where racism doesn't exist. There's only one problem. Racism still exists. No one kills racism. They don't even escape racism. The only reason that this compound is protected from the supremacy of whiteness is that people who live there literally can't see race. Oh, God. The ones who can see race must still ignore racism because racism still rears its ugly head. The only thing that protects the sighted people from the racism monster is that they have a bunch of birds, and the birds aren't even free. They just think they are free because the white people have given them a bigger bird box. The birds are still slaves, they just don't know it, but everyone lives happily ever after in a post-racial society where the problem of white supremacy is solved simply by walking around with blinders on. See, I told you! Oh my god, look at this guy's bio. Michael Harriot, world-renowned white peopleologist, getter and doer of it. Oh god, never reneged, never will, last real negus alive. Jesus Christ, such cringe. How can you be over 30 and this fucking embarrassing? This is fucking humiliating. It's so humiliating. Oh my god, look. Oh, wait, let me read this comment. Were you high when you watched it? Because this column feels like the result of having watched it high. That's not criticism, by the way. I was stoned as fuck when I watched it. I'm still thinking about plot holes and questions I want answers for. What they do? I'm offended by that situation. Also, maybe. Brilliant. Just a bunch of fucking neutered adults. Ugh. Anyway, that was really bad. Oh, God. How has the root not folded by now? Honestly. Ugh. Okay, what do we have next? Because that was trash. Alright, this next one is like, it's a video about this comedy duo. And they're Canadian, so. Or are they Canadian? I don't know. But the name of the video is called How to Do Comedy and Not Be a Dick. Yeah, comedy duo Folklords on how they stay funny without being offensive. Ooh. Yeah, don't you just... yeah, I hate that really self-righteous... How you gonna be a fucking comedian and be self-righteous simultaneously? That's just all kinds of wrong. Oh my god, they play with toys! They're just so fun!
Comedy is a tool, and like every great tool, tools can be used for good or they can be used for evil. You can build something with a tool or you can use it to destroy something.
Honestly, they look like their former sex trafficked children. Like they just left the house from the movie Salo. Like they looked like they've seen shit and they're recovering. Oh my god. And now they're like moralistic assholes because they've suffered. Words could be tools. They could be used for good or evil. It's like, shut up. Take that door knocker out of your nose.
Used for evil. You can build something with a tool or you can use it to destroy something. And I think when comedy is used to build something and to create a positive thing for everyone, that can be both really funny, really entertaining, and can be supportive to a lot of people.
They ride on little bikes. That's so funny. It's funny because they're big and the bikes are small. And they're wearing stupid hats. It's funny.
Hello? Yeah, you got it. I'll be right there.
My name is Todd Hausman.
Hey, I'm Ben Gordetsky.
And together we're the Folklords.
We make,
They look like such pleasant people, like great to hang out with. Don't they? They don't look like they regret their lives at all. They look they're both fucking pale. And like, oh yeah, I'm me and he's he. And we're we.
Gordetsky.
And together we're the Folklords.
We make,
Oh my god, don't do this all day.
culturally, socially, and politically informed improv and sketch comedy.
This is
Which means we're not funny at all.
how to do comedy and not be a dick.
Punch up.
At least we can be a dick to white people. But like if you make any jokes about minorities or any kind of minority group, that's being a dick. But making a joke about how all white people are racist or are racist pieces of shit, that's not punching down. That's not evil. That's not negativity at all.
Up. Don't punch down. Comedy is such an amazing tool for speaking truth to power, but that means you have to like take on targets that are bigger than you, more powerful than you. Don't make fun of people that are already hurt and are already down. Take down.
Yeah, because as we all know, black people are inherently disenfranchised, and people of color in general, but yeah, basically what they're saying is so fucked up, and they don't understand. Like, people of color are naturally just hurt and disenfranchised, and us as comedians, we're just so powerful that one word, like one joke about race could destroy the entire foundation of the entire. We can dilute melanin with one joke. Like, motherfucker, you're not that significant.
Down corporations, take down the horrors of the world, take down things that are fucked up and broken.
Try our new colonial brand turkey, pressure cooked under the weight of colonial oppression and stuffed with our special spices of broken promises.
Asking yourself,
Wow, that was fucking hilarious. Oh. As if that's not the same lame shit that other comedians just like them talk about. If you're a comedian and you don't have your own style, if you tell the same joke as some other motherfucker, you're not a comedian. You're just a fucking leech.
why is a really, really effective and helpful tool? If you feel like you're being censored or your words are at risk of something, like, why do you feel that way? If your argument ends in like, I really wish I could say that racist joke, then that's a really absurd argument to be having. Why do I need to say that? Why does this affect me? Why? And you'll probably get to a place of like, oh, I don't need.
You don't need to say it, but you will anyway, because if I want to make a joke, I'm going to make a joke. Like, fucking stop it with this reductive bullshit. You don't need to say that because it could hurt someone's feelings. Knock twice to be nice. Oh my God.
I don't need to say that.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah!
Own your mistakes. Part of making comedy is taking risks. And
Part of comedy is taking risks, but don't take any risks. Because you might hurt someone's fucking feelings. Because you will, like I said, you will destroy melanin. You will wreck it. You know, black people will just, like, cease to exist if you made any kind of edgy joke about racism. Like, no.
And putting yourself...
Like, you don't fucking take risks if this is all you fucking talk about.
On the edge, and sometimes the edge cuts you, and that's cool. But when you know you've hurt someone, or you've said something bad or done something wrong, or even if it's like a joke of yours from a while ago that now in the light of current context is not so funny, just own your mistake. Like, say,
oh my god, the way he waved his finger.
Not so funny.
That was terrible.
Is not so funny.
Oh, like I said, he's seen some shit. Look at that. Oh, he's like the opposite of Tarzan. Everything Tarzan is, like, masculine, muscular, sun-kissed. Like, he's so awful. Oh, shit. He's been bathing in milk his whole life.
Just own your mistake. Like, say, whoops, I fucked up. If someone says, that hurts me, that offends me, you just say, oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's not how that works. Like, you're spending your whole fucking life being like, if you go around demanding apologies every time your feelings are hurt by something, or someone says something that damages your sensibilities, like, you're a weak motherfucker. Just get over it. Fucking get over it. Get over it. People said shit about me that I don't like. I haven't really, like, haven't had hurt feelings about it, but I was like, well, I didn't like that. But I don't go schizo over it. It's like, you get over it. You get over it. You let it go. That's what adults do. Hey. And how the fuck are you gonna go to someone's comedy show and they say something offensive and you like, oh, I didn't sign up for this. I did not pay to hear the offensive comments of someone I should already know who says offensive comments. Get the fuck out of here. Like, if you go to a Bill Burr comedy show and you get mad over him going off on the negative attributes of women and shit, and you like, how the fuck did you not know that he makes those types of jokes? How did you not know that? Come on, like, get real. Like, you want to act all brand new now because your fucking feelings are hurt.
Stay in your lane.
Oh god, stay in your lane. Oh, please don't say that. Ugh.
Rich, detailed lives full of vivid moments of truth, and if you can extrapolate comedy from your experiences, that's sweet. You don't get to talk about the experiences of other groups.
Oh, really? Because one out of two of you is not a white person, and they write material talking about white experiences that they fucking have not experienced. White people have all oppressed me. How the fuck do you know all white people oppress you? You don't. And you're at a certain age where, like, come on, dude. You have no fucking clue. And you know damn well not all white people oppress you.
To your own authentic shit.
I'm speaking from my own perspective as an indigenous person. It really sucks when people use us for things. We've been used for thousands of years. And if you want to use us for something...
nigga, it ain't we. Because you have not lived 1,000 years. It ain't we. My ancestors. No, have you noticed that? No one says my ancestors anymore. It's always we this and we that. Like, no, motherfucker. Your ancestors. It ain't we. I'm betting you live in a fucking brownstone. I don't know if there ain't brownstones in Canada. But you live in I'm sure you live in a nice ass apartment in fucking Canada with your butt boy over here. Who you let platonically blow you every now and then. So, don't give me that bullshit. We have been used. Like, no, your ancestors have been used For thousands of years? No, I think you better correct that. I don't think it's been thousands.
You're just contributing to that legacy.
I mean, he says indigenous, so my mind immediately went to Native American. Jesus Christ! How many fucking fireworks do people have? I'm serious. Like, if you were in my house, like, you would right now, you would feel vibrations coming from outside from all the fucking explosives being popped off.
Just have to work hard. Comedy has always been hard work. It's not like this is a new
I don't think you guys work that hard. All y'all do is say the same shit over and over again.
thing of
White people, white people, white people, white people.
like, oh, comedy's now harder because now I have to think. Like, it's always been about thinking. It's always been about being smart. It's not an easy thing to be.
I'm sorry, but I actually bookmarked their channel because of course they have a YouTube channel. And we're probably gonna take a look at one of their skits to see if they really are as good as they say.
To be clever
They're probably not, but you know, we're gonna do it anyway. Jesus Christ!
and political, it's super easy to say like, oh, no one likes my jokes because everyone thinks I'm a racist. It's like, well, that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Someone's hammering.
Alright, let's go to their fucking channel. And see what these little kitties are up to. Jesus! I'm sure y'all can hear this shit. As loud as this shit is going off. Oh my god, they only have like 551 subscribers. And their last video they released a fucking year ago. Or was it? No. The last video they released was a year ago. Alright, let's take a little look. And they only have, what? 4, 8, 12, 15 videos. Are they really that great? And their videos aren't really that long. Yeah. Alright, let's see what this is about.
Trudeau has got to go! Trudeau has got to go! He gave my truck away to a refugee! He turned my son into an atheist, transgender Muslim!
See what I'm saying? Just, not funny. Oh my god. We're the thinking man's comedians. You gotta think to understand our shit, bitch. Oh, look at the bling in my nose. You think I'm playing? I got 20 carats in my nostrils right now, motherfucker.
Trudeau has got to go! Pierre Trudeau has got to go! Go, go, go!
Excuse me. Excuse me. Pierre Elliott Trudeau isn't prime minister anymore.
Huh?
He's dead.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, it's just not funny. What the fuck? We're already halfway through it, and it's not funny. Oh my god. That was it? That was so powerfully unfunny. Wow, that was so shitty. Oh god, I didn't appreciate that at all. My pussy is dry. Alright, let's try the climate change one. I'm telling you, if this one's not funny, I'm just gonna move on from this. Oh my god.
There's no such thing as climate change.
How did you do that? Makes me feel like I want to...
Want to what? Makes you want to... puke?
Honestly, what the fuck? And I'm starting to really hate this anti-comedy trend because it just does, for some, like, because any asshole could just do anything. Like, if we're talking about anti-comedy, that means, like, we've been, like, that means, like, fart jokes must be underrated. That means any asshole can do anything. And it can be considered funny just because, well, it's anti-comedy. It's a part of that trend. You know what? I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. They are so bad. They're terrible. Oh my God, I've never seen comedians so bad. Oh, what else we got? Oh my God, what to do when your friend's a gay Republican, or all natural deodorants are a scam, but antidepressants are too. Oh, antiperspirants are too. And I'll go to the... Fuck. All natural deodorant. I'm gonna go with the deodorant one. Okay, so basically now, to wash off the stink of the fucking last shit we watched, oh my God, we're going to be reading an article by a funky motherfucker named Let It All Sweat Out. Natural deodorants are on the rise, mostly thanks to completely unwarranted fears about antiperspirants. But sweating is fine. Oh, God. Should have the right to be stinky. Well, actually, is a column by Slate's Shannon Palace. Of course, it's by someone from Slate. She tests health and wellness products to help readers figure out what they should try, what they should skip, and why. I just got information from a health seminar that I would like to share. Read an email that circulated in 1999 and was later debunked on Snopes. The leading cause of breast cancer is the use of antiperspirants. What? Yes, antiperspirant. Toxins are purged in the form of perspiration. The email explains swipe on an antiperspirant that prevents sweating day after day, and by the email writer's logic, the toxins will build up in the lymph nodes beneath your pits. To avoid this, deodorants, which do not stop one from perspiring, just attempt to mask the smell, are healthy options. Like any good entry in its genre, the email ended with a call to action. Please pass this along to anyone you care about. Well, people did, like cicadas swarming up from the earth when the timing is right. Deodorants are currently thriving as beauty products trend towards all things natural and clean. The notable formula difference between a deodorant and an antiperspirant is that the former lacks aluminum, the stuff that sits in the pores and keeps them from sweating and sounds yucky journalism, and whose absence has become an advertising rallying cry, even though aluminum-free deodorant is technically a redundant statement akin to fat-free popsicle. Okay, I need to darken that. I'm going nuts over here. The divide between deodorant contains no aluminum, it doesn't stop sweat, and antiperspirant does contain aluminum, does stop sweat, can be confusing. The entire category is often referred to as deodorant. Colloquially, oh my God, and even by companies themselves. This Dove Men Care deodorant, for example, lists aluminum as an ingredient, but big brands like Dove, but big brands like Dove until recently sold mostly or exclusively antiperspirant, with deodorant offerings generally being geared towards men. Speed Stick, for example, offers both, while Lady Speed Stick offers just antiperspirant, labeled as antiperspirant deodorant. Okay, come on, get to the cringe, get to the stupid shit. The company did it. Are we living in an email scam, or are we? Is the current rise of deodorant offerings good, or are we living in an email scam gone off the rails? The answer is a little bit of both. We don't need aluminum-free deodorant, but the social implications of products that allow women to sweat are good anyway. Deodorants were first sold in the late 1800s with antiperspirants, following shortly thereafter. But it took a bit of time for the concept of masking and or stopping sweat to take off. Early marketing campaigns, as journalist Sarah Everts has reported, were designed to make women, and they were first marketed just to women, embarrassed about the entire concept of perspiration. Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. A few years ago, Everts dug up sponsored newspaper stories from an early antiperspirant company called Odorono. That expands to Odor Ono. Oh, Odor Ono. Okay. They had titles like "The Most Humiliating Moment in My Life When I Overheard the Cause of My Unpopularity Among Men." Spoiler, it was sweat. And "If you long for romance, don't let your dress offend with armhole odor." Yeah. You think women want to be going around stanking before they fuck a dude? No. You think, like, you seriously fucking think that they had to be told to not, that women had to be, it's so condescending right out the gate. They think, oh, it's because men were, like, making women feel ashamed of being stank as fuck up under someone they were entertaining. Like, are you fucking serious? It's just a product of the patriarchy. Nowadays, it's practically expected that women aren't supposed to sweat through their armpits. Like, they just fucking said that men are also sold deodorant or antiperspirants or whatever that gets rid of sweat. So men are also encouraged to do this too. Like, what the fuck? Like, stay consistent with your bullshit. Which is why I've been using antiperspirant since I was in middle school. Using Clean Queen would be something of a sweating experiment for me, and one I was embarking on during the beginning of a new relationship. He's a nice guy, but thanks to a literal century of the kinds of ads in the vein of the above, it felt fundamentally unwise. So I planned my outfits carefully to not show pit stains. A tank top paired with a billowy cover-up, a jumpsuit in a dark color. So you're walking around like a funky bitch. Like that, you realize, like, that shit's not gonna be hidden for long. Like, people are eventually going to smell it. That's number one. And number two, if you have a boyfriend and y'all fuck, you may get sweaty. Like, of course, like, during sex, you get sweaty and all that. Like, if you're doing it right, that is. But, still, I don't know. I don't want him to, like, take my clothes off and discover, oh, you already stink, bitch. Like, come on. In addition to telling women that the world thought they were totally disgusting, those early ads often did address concerns around the health effects of antiperspirants. Early formulations of antiperspirants were more concentrated, meant to be applied just a few times a week. They probably felt harsher to use, and the concept of stopping sweat was probably also a little plain weird. So as the ads made an emotional argument for their product, they also appealed to authority and logic. One notes, Odor Ono is made from absolutely harmless ingredients, as your physician or any chemist can tell you. Another Odor Ono ad includes a short excerpt from a 1915 issue of the Journal of the American Medical Association, explaining that no harm comes from stopping the perspiration under the arms. A one-page ad for a brand called Non-Spy, whatever, uses the word safe 4 times. Another for Vito boasts its gentleness on the skin, and clothes with the tagline, "Your loveliness is double safe." The insistence acted as a guard against an excuse not to buy into made-up solution to a made-up problem. Oh, God. Oh, they're telling you their product is safe and that you shouldn't walk around smelling like hot dog water. Those sexist pigs. Jesus fucking Christ. Decades later, scientists would unwittingly produce a series of counter-arguments. For example, in 1965, researchers injected aluminum salts, coincidentally the same stuff in antiperspirant, into the brains of rabbits and found that they developed neurofibrillary, I think that's what that says, tangles that are similar to those found in the brains of people with Alzheimer's. Later work would find that these clusters of proteins weren't all that similar after all. Maybe don't inject antiperspirant directly into your brain just to be safe. A study in 2004 suggested that when applied directly to the kidney cells mined from dogs, antiperspirants could do damage to DNA. This was done in petri dishes rather than as an approximation of how we use the stuff in real life. I laughed at science journalist Rafi Letzer's description of that kind of study for Live Science. Dunking some loose cells in a heavy chemical bath is a decent first step. Is a decent first step if you want to know whether a chemical might be dangerous. As he points out, it doesn't tell you if that chemical is harmful to apply in tiny amounts to your skin. Absorbing antiperspirant is not biologically feasible, as a dermatologist notes in an explainer on why antiperspirants are safe that Michelle Malia wrote for Vice. Explainers like Letzer's and Malia's, in fact, feel infinite. They have appeared in Business Insider, Self, and Teen Vogue, and on the websites of the National Cancer Institute and of the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. That last one cites a paper published in which rumors of circulating breast cancer. The researchers interviewed over 1,600 women, half of whom had been diagnosed with breast cancer and half whom had not. They found no link between antiperspirants and disease. Okay. Nonetheless, general suspicion of antiperspirant is, if anything, seemingly getting stronger. If we can judge that based on the number of aluminum-free deodorants now available, though it's also possible the presence of deodorants themselves are fanning fears, this story never dies, says Perry Romanowski, a cosmetic chemist who authored an explainer for his podcast, The Beauty Brains. It's much more interesting to be afraid of stuff. Fear is also an incredibly effective marketing strategy, he notes, especially for similar brands that can't out-compete the unveilers of the world with advertising dollars or a straightforwardly better product alone. Instead of trying to, they'll say the other guy's brand is a bad technology. That was the case with indie brands in the mid and late 2000s that marketed their products off the explicit claims that they were natural, such as Soapwalla and Schmidt's. If the fear-based marketing towards the big guys sometimes pick it up, Unveiler, the big guys sometimes pick it up. Unveiler acquired Schmidt's in 2017. How far we got to go? Okay. I think that marketing is part of what natural deodorants are going for, but I also think there's something more sophisticated happening here. Scientific arguments against chemicals and antiperspirants are wrong, but given those early ads, it is correct to be suspicious of the entire concept of paying for an antiperspirant to make you stop the, natural act of sweating. Like, okay, so just because someone's marketing campaign may or may not have spread the rumor that maybe, just maybe, deodorant might cause, certain deodorants might cause like cancer if they have aluminum in it, means, oh, I don't have to fucking clean my ass now. I don't have to put deodorant on now because some guy in the past sometime maybe spread the rumor that some deodorants cause cancer. As if that makes any fucking sense. If the initial claim for this aluminum concoction is use it or be unlovable, oh my god, who the fuck says that? And yes, you will be unlovable if you walk around funky 24/7. You dumbass. Ain't nobody gonna hug you smelling like onions. Well, the claim against it must also be equally strong, which is why claims that antiperspirants are dangerous can be so appealing. This is the kind of message that is more difficult to push back than a more amorphous one. No, I am lovable even if I sweat. It is a hell of a lot easier to explain and to market because it still buys into the fundamental concept that we should pay for a product to make ourselves smell a little bit better. Resistance to antiperspirant, well-meaning in spirit and misguided in its specific arguments, has landed women in the same place that we started paying to smell nice. In the same place we started paying to smell nice, and perhaps paying even more than before because deodorants marketed to women still tend to cost more than antiperspirant. So me and my luxury deodorant are not exactly bucking the patriarchy. Does everything you fucking do have to buck the patriarchy? Can't you just be a human being instead of a goddamn robot? Either way, our week together was a little slimy, but overall it exceeded my expectations. I've been using antiperspirants for so many years that I was surprised at how little I sweated. And I quickly stopped worrying so much about if my clothing would hide it. Plus the clean queen kept my pits oh my god. Plus the clean queen kept my pits smelling like baking soda. Though I'm now curious if I'd even smell that bad with nothing. Yes, bitch, yes. The best part, I texted the new boyfriend, whom I spent a significant chunk of my experiment hanging out with, to ask if he had noticed the switch. Affirm, nope. You know, like, your boyfriend's gonna lie to spare your feelings, right? He's not gonna tell you, like, damn, you stink, bitch. Because you're probably one of those sensitive hoes that can't take criticism. It will break up with a motherfucker as soon as they make any kind of criticism towards you. Oh, my boyfriend, you know, the guy who really loves me and fucks me on the regular, like, he said I'm fine. I love it how this motherfucker is like all these ads put out by men were telling women how they should treat their bodies. And then at the end of the article, she's like, well, my boyfriend says I'm fine, so I'm fine. You see how fucking hypocritical, you see how contradictory her fucking views are? Oh, wow. Wow. You fucking handmaiden. Okay, do we have anything else? I think I might pack it in for the night. I was going to do like the gay Republican thing, but I think I'm going to save that for next time. I think I'm going to, like I said, I think I'm going to end it for now. But I want to let you guys know that I'm still working on the Unicorn Store review. Like I said, the ComEd thing, my power going out really set the project back a while. It would have been out by now if my fucking power hadn't gone out. And I'm working on another response right now. I'm like damn near done scripting it right now, and I'll be filming it pretty soon. That'll be out probably next week, sometime next week. So yeah, I got some stuff I'm working on. But I wanted to talk about this because it was digging into me all fucking day. This ice cream, the ice cream challenge thing. I was going to talk about the cucumber thing, but now I'm like, nah, because I can't show any footage because YouTube's going to flag me for that. Because there's not, the videos from the cucumber challenge, I can't find any of them on YouTube. I can find nothing. So people are probably choosing not to show anything because YouTube is probably flagging shit. But yeah, I'm gonna say good night for now. And this was just like an impromptu cringe stream. It's not gonna count. In because I'm keeping all this numbered and in order. And like I said, this is impromptu. It's not gonna be within the regular rotation. This isn't cringe stream 15, no matter what that folder up here says. This is just some stuff I had that I wanted to talk about. Jesus Christ. And so, yeah, there will be a cringe stream 15 later on, probably after I'm done with my response, the response I'm working on. But, oh, fuck, yeah, these explosions. And now my eyes are starting to give out, and they're starting to water and shit. So, yeah, I'm going to pack it in for tonight, for now. And it's great to be back. Thank you guys for tuning in for this weak-ass stream. Thank you for enduring this shit. And good night. I got some shit coming out. Oh, yeah, and I'm doing a review of the 3 worst blockbuster films I've seen this summer so far. I'm going to do a video of me ranting about those. I think you already know what those 3 are if you follow me on Twitter. And you've seen me live tweet. You know which 3 movies I'm talking about. Y'all know. I have to rewatch them and soak it all in again. And I think it's gonna be like a regular rant video. I don't think I'm gonna script it that much. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. I got a lot of shit that I have to work on. It's gonna be a busy month for me. But yeah, I'm packing it in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Love you. Thanks for hanging in there with me through the electricity thing. And to anyone who donated tonight or when I was going through when the electricity went out, thank you. I really fucking appreciate it. You guys are the greatest. But you know, let me get off. Oh, I'm always fucking stalling. Let me get off right now. But good night. See you guys next time.